G'day friends, welcome to today's video. Happy Easter, and I've got Steve here with me.
Hi everybody, happy Easter.
Steve's my Easter surprise today.
Wait, hold on, is it already Easter?
Yes, it
I
is.
guess in like 2 weeks.
I just asked you. I don't know when Easter is specifically.
April 1st this year.
Oh, it changes every year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, ever since I moved to the States, everything's just been haywire.
And like upside down and backwards.
I'm still not over my jet lag. It's been a year and a half.
You're in the Stranger Things upside down. That's what you're in.
I've never seen Stranger Things.
You've never seen an episode, right?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
I saw a part of an episode that just looked like I wouldn't enjoy it.
Oh, it's so good. I love
You
it.
know what I'm like.
I know. Once he's made up his mind, it's made up. What is this? What are you making?
We're making a zine today. Well, I'm making a zine. You didn't do that.
I didn't. What is it, like Z-E-E-N?
ZINE. Like the end of
Zine?
magazine. And I'm not actually showing you how to make it. I'm just going to go through how
just
I made the
making what?
Easter one. But because I've said this before, Ali Brown does the best zine tutorial, and that's where I learnt mine from. So I just direct everyone over to Ali, and she can help you make it if you're starting from scratch.
Oh, amazing.
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 So I'm just going to make an Easter one today because I've got tons and tons and tons of junk.
You just ripped up Snow White.
I did. Because I wanted the flowers. Ironically, I didn't even end up using those flowers, so... Here's the thing. I love projects where I can de-stash a lot of junk because I collect it all.
Yeah.
I'm a hoarder for paper bits and scraps.
This is perfect.
So this kind of stuff is perfect, but it's a huge challenge because the format is so small. Each one of those rectangles is tiny.
Oh, and they're like pages in a magazine.
No.
Right? That's what they're supposed to be?
I don't know why they're called a zine, to be honest. All I know is that they were big in the punk 80s, like, because you could... When you unfolded them, you could photocopy them and then refold them. So it was like distributing your own little mini magazine.
Got it.
Maybe it was a big thing when photocopiers first came out.
Yeah, it's like...
I don't know the whole history of zines. This is not what this is about. This is about Easter.
You know me, I want to know why. What's the story?
Know. Oh, Steve is the biggest why person I've ever met. And I'm the biggest I don't care person, so it's awful.
This is really cool watching you do this.
Well, what I like watching about it is I already know what made it in and what didn't. And so seeing myself really fuss about with some of this stuff that I ended up throwing in the bin was just so upsetting to watch back.
Do you roll your eyes at yourself?
Yeah, how much time I wasted in some of this stuff. But what I do first of all, I go through all of my stuff and I pick out things I think might work. Not necessarily Easter themed. Like some of them are that photo of tulips that I found in the Disney fan magazine.
Yeah.
For the Disney Easter, the Tokyo Disney fan magazine. Right.
That's right. Okay.
I do both my contracts. I celebrated Easter out there.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy to celebrate Easter in Japan because it's not a Christian.
No, they're
country.
not. They're not. Their national religion is not Christian. It's what, Buddhist?
Ugh, why with all the questions today?
I don't know.
You're just making me out to be like I know nothing.
Anyway.
Buddhism and Shintoism.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Got it. Well, what they do love, they do love Easter. They like the idea of Easter as in celebrating like everything that's new and springtime
And cute.
Yeah, remember when I went to visit you that one time and it was Easter and the Easter celebration was from like March 20th to July 15th.
Oh, it goes into the summer. It's like well into the summer, and they have full-on soundtracks. They have an Easter parade.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I've
like
raved
it.
to that Easter parade
It's
music.
so fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
But so I found those tulips in that Disney
Got
fan
it.
magazine. Is my point.
Mm-hmm.
So some stuff I will pick out because it's themed Easter, like that little jar of eggs. Even though I thought it was disgusting.
Right,
But I
get it.
had an idea for it.
Got it.
So if I've got an idea or something takes me or I've seen something in this stash of junk for too long and I think I've got to deal with this now, it's got to find a home, otherwise I'll never do anything with it.
Okay.
I'll pick it out. Not everything makes it in. I just kind of audition lots of different pieces and then some stuff just falls into place and some I have to labor a bit.
But then at the end, it all kind of works together.
Then at the end, you put all your words and your little details on, and you find a way to make it all work, which I think is a really fun challenge.
Yeah. So what do you do with the zine when it's done?
Nothing.
Do you put it in your journal?
Absolutely nothing. I hang it on on my mood board.
Yeah.
I've only made 2 so far, right? I made the one. It was, I would say it was about me, but it wasn't. It was just a regular zine that I tried the first time.
Right.
Then I made a Halloween for Halloween,
Yeah.
which I really loved.
Uh-huh.
I was going to do one for Christmas and give it out as a Christmas card.
Oh.
Because I thought it's fun. It's a
Yeah,
fun
it's
little
clever.
format. But I didn't do that because Christmas was hectic. And then Easter. I just love zines. I think they're a great thing to share. I've been given a few zines in Happy Mail. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I put them... I have a little journal, a little handmade one that I glue them in.
I think what's cool about it is that you can put... You can just put all sorts of different artwork in one project.
Yeah.
Each one has its own little story.
Yeah, and that's what I love. And if you can tie the whole thing together, even better. It's kind of like a puzzle.
It's a collection. Been watching too much Project
What are
Runway.
you on today? It is like a little story which you'll enjoy. Because Steve often critiques that I do, and then I figure out what the story is. Yeah. He's very story first, and then do.
Everybody has a process, right?
We're just complete opposites, I guess.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's what Steve calls balance. It's what I call a problem.
Yeah, my scales.
Anyway, so the stories come together in the end with the little Tim Holtz storybook stickers. I don't really know what they're called, but they're my favorite stickers.
Oh, the little quotes on them.
Yeah, they're just scans from old books, and I found ones that I thought might work together. Some were a bit more obscure than others, but then they kind of all pulled together in this theme of like this dream, wonderland, growth, garden kind of drama.
Well, it's like...
I got a little poetic with it.
That's okay, because it's, it's Easter, all things new. It's a new season.
Yeah, new life, new beginnings.
Yeah. Speaking of new life, new beginnings...
Oh.
We are in the
I'm
middle
not
of
talking about it. As you guys know, if you followed us on Insta stories or maybe on my Instagram or in the Facebook group, I got so sick.
Super duper sick.
Literally the morning of the move, I'd woken up at about 3 o'clock in the morning short of breath, and I thought, something's weird.
Yeah, we never really figured out what it was, did we?
We're just calling it bronchitis because they were all the symptoms.
Yeah.
Lost my voice, so it was great. I think Steve did enjoy that.
You guys, you swear that, it would keep him from speaking. No,
no, it didn't.
No.
I did more Insta stories in that period than I ever had.
Yeah. No, but we moved into a new place, and we love it. It's great.
We love it. You know who loves it more? The cats.
Yeah.
The cats are obsessed.
They're kind of getting along now.
I don't want to jinx it by saying that, but Bianca is a lot more pleased here.
Yeah, she's very happy. She has her palace. And she just lounges everywhere. On the couch, on the bed, on the chair, on the ground.
Oliver's found that he's very good at opening drawers and cupboards now. He was learning it in the old place, and I thought, hopefully he'll never actually figure it out.
So here's the situation. So last week we were running out to run errands or something, and James was already 2 steps ahead of me. James gets super annoyed when I'm like, let's go. And he's already ready, but I don't have my shoes on yet. So he was going towards the elevator, and I was like, okay. I put on my sunglasses. And as I'm going out the door, Oliver is trying to get out.
Because all they see is carpet and another room.
Right, like a hallway.
Yeah.
And so, from what I remember, I pushed him back inside, and I closed the door, and I locked the door. We went to the store, we came back, on our way back, or when we got home, we opened the door, and there's
Bianca's
Bianca.
just lounging.
And we're like, hey, Oliver, and we start calling for Oliver. We don't hear him. We look in all the places. He's nowhere to be found.
And you know what I did, and this 100% gets him every time. I put food out, and Bianca came over.
Yeah, and he
started eating,
but he didn't come over, and so I freaked out, and I was like, James, I know he was trying to get out when we were leaving. I think that maybe I put my sunglasses on and things got dark, and maybe he escaped.
So my voice has come back, and I'm also struggling not to yell at this point because I'm so angry that Steve might be that careless. I also thought, well,
and I'm mortified.
There's only so far he could have gone because there are doors. He couldn't use the elevator. Maybe someone's taken him into their house until, we put up a poster. Side note, I thought if we did need to make a missing poster, he has some really great shots. So it'd be a good one.
So he's a model cat. So, anyway, so I go outside, and I go...
Oh, yeah, I come back in.
Right.
Steve's gone. Steve's up a staircase at this point.
I went down to go talk to, the front office to be like, hey...
Yeah.
Anybody bring a cat in?
I walk back inside, and I just hear this closet... not this closet, the cupboard in the kitchen just kind of shut.
Yeah.
And I think, that's odd, Steve's not in here.
Right.
I see Oliver had just shut the cupboard that he was sleeping in and came out to start eating some of that food that I had just put out. And he's been sleeping in closets. He's also been opening drawers in the bathroom and getting behind the drawer.
That little...
Today I opened it's especially the one underneath the kitchen sink. today I opened it to put some trash in the garbage bin, and his head was on a little sponge just behind it. All I saw was this furry little head down there, and I thought, what is that?
Just napping on this sponge that we use to clean things.
Yeah.
And it makes me... Because I'm sure some of you guys are like, oh no, don't do that because chemicals are bad for cats.
There's nowhere we can put them. We've had to put everything up high. Honestly, you have to childproof the house for this stupid cat. And what's worse is I'm laughing also because I think, you know that meme where everyone's eating Tide Pods? Our dishwasher pods kind of look like that, and I just picture him in there just nibbling at them.
Oh no.
He's just
Please
a
don't say
nightmare.
that. But yeah.
He's a nightmare and I don't know what to do.
But he's so cute.
He is.
But he's a nightmare. We've also started locking them in the other bathroom every single night.
Just at night. The bathrooms are in there, they're all good, they're fed, they're watered. But we were just not having it. Moving to a new place, not having them get along.
No.
If they start to try and form any of these old patterns, we're just going to break them.
Yeah, and here's the deal. It's not that
they run the joint.
They do, but like they it's not that they don't get along. I mean, I guess they look, Oliver's like a little brother, annoying little brother, and Bianca just doesn't have patience for it. She's an older cat, she's set in her ways, she's pretty, you know. She likes her things. She likes it done.
I'm laughing because you say that I'm Oliver and that you're Bianca, and now
so
you're on
true.
some tangent about how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
How she's older and more set in her way.
But it's true still too.
What are you trying to tell me, Steve?
It's alright.
I'm an annoying little brother type. Look, no, he's just curious. Although his late night, midnight run sessions that he usually goes on, he can't do it in here because we have this hardwood floor, and he just skids out
and like runs into
the walls. So he's super cool. I feel bad for him, but he's just super cautious now.
It's fine. They'll survive.
So yeah, new lives, new beginnings in the... I love it. Now that it's all set up, I really do love it. I'm supposed to do a room tour, but I get super sidetracked working, and then I trash the room.
No, it's just busy. Because you're pulling from all shelves and everything just to make art. So it's fine.
It's a functioning office. I wanted to film the room tour just before I started using it, but now that I'm in there, I just trash it every day.
Well, so you clean it, and then you'll do a quick room tour, and then just trash it.
How do you do a quick room tour when we're the type of people that like to talk about pencil brands for 20 minutes?
You're the type of person.
We are all the type of people. I guarantee about 80% of the people watching this would listen to a video about pencils.
Really? That's amazing.
Let us know in the comments below. Steve doesn't believe it. You know who doesn't believe it even more than that? My mum. My mum always questions why people even care. It's fun. It's a relief. Like, this is so therapeutic to me.
Is it? See, this gives me a little... I'm not going to lie. If I had to do this project, I think it looks beautiful, but if I had to do this project, it would give me anxiety because I would feel like it's not good enough. Guys, I've been sitting here editing a photo shoot for the last 2 days, pictures that I took over a year ago to put up on my blog. And I'm just having so much anxiety, like setting it up and editing the pictures to look the right way. So if I have that about my pictures, I can only imagine what this is like for me. This doesn't seem therapeutic to me. But I'm in awe of it, and I think it looks really cool.
Well, you can't force it. I mean, this isn't your outlet, so obviously it wouldn't be too therapeutic for you. But photos are your outlet, and you're just, it's a work in progress, what you're doing right now. Mm-hmm. But you're reading Big Magic, and that's funny that you just said that, because that is exactly what you talked to me about this morning.
Oh, it was so good. Here, I'm going to get the quote, but you talk in the meantime.
I have nothing to say. Anyway, so we're making a zine, and it's all about Easter. We should talk about some fun Easter memories.
Fun Easter memories?
All the chocolate we ate as children.
I didn't really get an Easter basket growing up.
Oh, we never did baskets. It was an Easter egg hunt, and it wasn't one of this everyone gets a chocolate egg kind of a hunt. Honestly, you had... whatever you got was yours. So the slower, chubbier kids like myself that needed more chocolate were too slow to get to a lot of the chocolate. I had to get the low-lying chocolates, because my mum was putting them up in trees. Gran was hiding them. Gran had hid them inside vases underneath plants. Bella, the dog, had went and eaten some, and they were months after Easter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, you find them a year later.
Yeah. Well, have you got the quote?
I think so. I'm trying to remember what the context was.
It's Elizabeth Gilbert, Big Magic. Yeah. We've talked about this before, I think. Steve's very into this book.
I'm super into this book. Okay, so Elizabeth Gilbert, she's the author. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love. And if you haven't read that book, please read it. It's incredible. It was life-changing for me. And the film is really great too. It has Julia Roberts in it. And so she's talking about how this woman came up to her and said that Eat, Pray, Love changed her life, and was just kind of describing it in her own, in this woman's truth. So essentially she was putting her life into the story Eat, Pray, Love, and living vicariously through it. And so the whole book, Big Magic, talks about being creative, living a creative life. And so this whole quote, which was really interesting for me today, she says that when people react to your art, however they react is valid. You know, so she goes, recognizing this reality that the reaction that people have to your art doesn't belong to you is the only sane way to create. So, you know, the idea of it getting in our head. So she goes, if people enjoy what you've created, terrific. If people ignore what you've created, too bad. If people misunderstand what you've created, don't sweat it. And what if people absolutely hate what you've created? What if people attack you with savage vitriol and insult your intelligence and malign your motives and drag your good name through the mud? Just smile sweetly and suggest as politely as you possibly can that they can go make their own art. Then stubbornly continue making yours.
Yeah.
Which I really liked.
Which in essence should mean that none of us get anxiety about what we do and how it ends up looking.
Right. That really, it's for yourself.
But it's hard not to take that into account because, I mean, as people that create not for social media, I shouldn't say that, but people that do share a lot on social media, you are always kind of taking into account what something might be received like. I can say honestly, it used to affect me at the tiniest bit when I first started, and I thought, oh, well, when I post stuff that I really like to do and it doesn't get the reaction that other stuff does, like a lot of the photography that I put on my page really doesn't do that well, considering the numbers of everything else, which is what I consider as a business. But, for anything personal, I don't let it affect how I feel now. But I used to think, well, maybe I shouldn't post much of photography because people don't like to see that from me.
Yeah, but if you like it and if you want to post it, it's your page and it's part of your brand.
And it didn't take me long to think of that. Like, it really doesn't matter. It's a part of the whole, it's a part of all of my creativity is what makes up my brand.
Yeah, and on top of it, even like if you just create for fun, you know, like if this is your artistic outlet, whether it's this or taking pictures, and if you want to post it and advertise it, post it for yourself.
Yeah. And there's always going to be someone that doesn't like it. And that's okay. They don't have to like it. Every one of my videos, there are dislikes on it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, I guess everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right?
I'm pretty sure it's every one of my videos. There'll be dislikes on this too. This is not everyone's cup of tea. I mean, look at it. It's crazy. The stories are even crazier, but like it's not for everyone to like, it's for me to like, and then if anyone else does, it's just a complete bonus. But that is a really hard place to get to.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially like when, for instance, from my side hustle, photography, right? It's a heavily saturated business. There are photographers everywhere,
especially here.
Yeah, and access to cameras are super duper easy, and because technology is what technology is, anybody can take a great photo using
an iPhone.
Yeah, using an iPhone. An iPhone sometimes has better quality than even a digital SLR. So when you sit there and you see the other types of pictures that other people make, it's really easy to kind of get down and be like, man, I'm not doing that good, or nobody likes my stuff, or I'm not getting enough likes. But why do I really take pictures? It's because I love to do it, and it's my artistic outlet. And if other people don't like it, or if they do like it, or whatever, I guess it's really that's their opinion, and this is for me.
Right. And knowing that, like, especially in a crowded space, in a crowded market, and you're trying to find your niche, but you're trying to find what makes you different. I mean, that's all a part of, the business and the game of being an independent creator.
Right. And there's also room enough for everybody.
Right. And this is like segue. That was the most perfect segue to one of my pages in the zine. I just wanted to share this because it came to me as I was doing it. So I feel like it was kind of anointed. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to get that serious, but I just wanted to say, like, I was looking at one of these pages and I saw it's the one where all the washi tape Swatchdoll heads are upside down and they're in the garden, and there's the craft paper, which was the sample I did when I first got my stamp set. Right. So everything's kind of got a meaning there. There's a little Alice on a thing, but the writing that I thought when I came to that page was we are a mixed bunch of blossoms, and we all grow at different paces, even in the same garden, but we are all beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's space enough for everyone to have their seeds in the same garden.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to grow at a different pace, and everyone's going to choose, which direction to face the sunlight, and it'll be, you can all grow there.
Yeah.
And there'll be some weeds closer to other people than there will be to you, and sometimes that'll change. Sometimes you'll get harvested and taken to a bigger garden. And it's all very metaphorical, but I just feel like that is a really important thing to know. Because I think a lot of the time, the first thing we'll take ourselves down with is comparison to other people, if it's not just yourself taking you down.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think part of not yourself taking you down is that another person's success does not equal your failure.
Yeah. And everyone else is up. This is such a loaded topic that we could go on forever, and this is supposed to be about Easter and light. But if you really want to spring clean your life, it's something to think about.
Yeah, and start to learn and remember to do it for yourself, and to remember why you do it.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's the gospel according to us for today.
According to what we're talking about right now, right here, right now. We might change our minds tomorrow, but I'm going to show you a quick flip through of the finished zine. If you like it, let me know, and I'll probably post a lot of photos of it on Instagram.
Amazing.
If you want a closer look.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.